Well, we've been following him around the world. We've been following him on his Instagram. We have been talking about him. We have been ontasing him. And here he is in the flesh. Our very own ontas, Diplo, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Wes.
Thanks for the warm welcome.
Well, welcome. I feel like you're on the go every day of the year. I follow you, so I see you running through airports all the time.
Yeah, I've been lucky this year. I haven't missed one flight.
You haven't missed a flight? Well, that's because you sprint on the moving sidewalk.
I do. I'm like the airport Jesus. I just don't miss flights. I take like 300 a year. I've missed none.
How often are you actually on a plane?
Probably like 5 times a week.
5 times a week.
Yeah.
So all of this sort of started. I mean, obviously, we've known you. We're fans of all of your different things that you do, your work. But this started because, Tanya, wasn't this your fault? Like, you made a comment about one of Diplo's posts?
Yeah, it was like over the weekend, everybody just started saying ontas. This was like the new word. And I was like, Diplo posted a fire selfie. You looked so good in that photo, by the way. And he captioned it ontas. And so then we started going off on a tangent just about you and how much.
And then we said, we haven't seen him. We got to find him.
And then we got to
Where
find him. Why
he?
isn't he on?
Where in the world is he? And we tracked him down. So 2 questions for you that are that I've been thinking about every day. One, I see you racing through the airport with a backpack.
Yeah.
You always have that. But what's in that backpack? What are the essentials?
Well, 2 laptops, one to DJ with and one to work on music, and then a book, and then my AirPods, and then some, I don't know what else. I got to clean it out.
Do you ever get on the plane and you haven't charged those AirPods?
No, my AirPods, they always seem charged.
They do.
Right? I've only charged them once in like a year. I don't know.
They have a huge charging life. They really do.
And then they have a charging, like, I don't know if there's we should get paid from Apple for this commercial, but they have a little charging box that keeps them even more charged.
Yeah, that's true. And then the other question is the necklaces that you wear.
Right.
I need a necklace. I need a silver chain.
Yeah, you do.
I do, right.
Yeah.
Not a thick one, but like something that's cool,
I think
that's subtle.
I can help you pick out a good, like, thin Cuban links.
That's what I need.
Yeah,
That's
I got you.
So it just shows right here, you know what I mean?
We'll go to Icebox in Atlanta one day. There's my friends. We'll get you.
Okay.
My parents live in Atlanta.
Yeah,
we'll stay with them.
Perfect.
Perfect. I get a discount. They love me.
Hey, we were also talking earlier. There was word that you were at this wedding of Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas.
Yeah.
How did you end up there?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I have some songs I'm doing with Jonas Brothers, and I'm friends with them. And so I was talking to Joe today because there was a story that came out that he was like mad about me, and he called me today to apologize that the story out because it was like, you know, in England they love the drama.
Right.
So well, I guess I'm ruining it now because I was going to continue to have beef with him before the record come out. So yeah, I'm not going to finish the story. I'm not going to finish the story.
All right, but
you just got to pay attention to me and Jonas's beef. I'm coming for him.
But you did live stream it, so the world.
I did.
Thank you for hearing us. We wanted you to live stream.
Yeah.
You heard our calling.
I didn't know it was a serious wedding. We were like at the. I really didn't know what was going on. I was hanging out with them after it was Billboard Awards.
Yeah, it was
I was hanging out with them. And I just was like, this is crazy. Let me record this, and there was mad people with cameras. I thought it was like, I didn't know I was like the only person recording this thing.
Well, and Elvis was there. I mean, who would think?
Yeah.
Who would think it's their
I
ceremony?
was sitting next to Khalid. We were all both like with our phones out. I was like, I had no idea that I was the only one doing it, but whatever.
So you're working on music with them. Can you tell us anything about that?
We have a song coming out later this summer. Me and them. I've been working on some weird stuff. I've been doing country music. And it's kind of like a country vibe with them.
Yeah, because you were at Stagecoach.
Yeah, I did Stagecoach, and I launched like kind of like a little country project for fun.
And is that because you just were bored with the other stuff you were doing?
I think it's just I guess I was. I guess I'm just trying to do everything, and I think it was a moment for country. And I was out at Stagecoach. I brought Lil Nas X out and Billy Ray, and that was like I did Coachella 2 weekends in a row, and I played Stagecoach. I was like, wow, it was like the funnest set I'd done all year long. I think people were crazy. It was Sunday late night. The crowd was packed. I had like Sam Hunt come out with me. I had Lil Nas and Billy Ray.
So Stagecoach more fun than Coachella.
Yeah, it was.
Wow,
it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
I've not been to Stagecoach.
It's
gotta
really
come.
fun.
And I think this year is going to be a big year because I think a lot of country music is finally like crossing over to top 40 and pop.
Yeah,
and people are starting to really follow these guys like Thomas Rhett and Sam Hunt. Like Casey won best album of the year this year. So I'm a big country fan secretly, and I think I could do something to like kind of mix it together with other music.
I think that's the great thing about music today is that you're not in a lane. You don't have to be in a lane. I mean, that's the beauty of it. If it's good, it's good. If people like it, they like it.
I've been really lucky to kind of like disassociate myself with anything particular, just kind of being a producer and a songwriter. So I've been lucky because a lot of people get kind of stuck in a genre or whatever. Let's
come back and talk about that. Diplo's with us. You confuse me.
Yeah.
Like I can't pinpoint who you are.
Yeah.
Because you're a lot of different people
You
at
get so
different
many
times. Diplo is here. We're going to understand the universe of Diplo and his various projects in a second. But this new single, I'm going to play it for us now, is called Spicy. Tell me about it.
It's a fun record I did a while ago, and then it's actually a mix of Spice Girls.
Yes, it's so
Right.
good.
So I did it a while ago, and it took forever to get all the Spice Girls to clear it. It took literally a year.
Oh,
And
no.
the funny thing is now they're on tour, so it's like good timing.
Yeah.
Right.
It made it as like something I was DJing, just like a fun thing with my friend Herve Pagez, and then we just put it together and it's out.
Herve Pagez and featuring Charli XCX,
Yeah.
right?
So we had Charli. I live next to Charli. She's one of my favorite songwriters. I work a lot with her, and I live right around the corner, so I always have her come over. And she came over and we just made this
That's
fun thing.
awesome.
All right, let's
Yeah.
check it out. This is called Spicy. Breaks down the strings at the end of that.
Yeah.
That is Spicy.
It's
Herve
so good.
Pagez featuring Charli XCX,
Hey.
Diplo, available now. So that started, you were using that in your set DJing?
Yeah, it was like a cool little like vibe. I was playing like an edit with the real Spice Girls on it, and then we had Charli cut it just for fun.
What got you into the wannabe track? Just fun to play
I mean,
for crowds?
I'm just DJing a lot, so I'm always
Right.
playing like 2-3 hours. I'll play like everything from country music to dance hall to house music, and that was just like a record I made to play out.
So,
yeah.
all right, you're DJing as Diplo.
Right,
Your group LSD, we got that. There's also Major Lazer.
right.
You're producing.
Uh-huh.
Those are all the different
There's
tentacles.
Silk City.
Silk
There's Silk City,
Silk
right? Dua
City.
Lipa's Silk City track is
Uh-huh.
great too. So there's Silk City. So that's another prong.
There was Jack U with Skrillex.
Oh yeah.
God. So what is it? What
Yeah.
are you trying to confuse us?
I think, yeah.
It's
I mean, as long as you're paying attention and it's interesting to you guys, and you're like you're always like putting me on your show and like playing all the new stuff I'm doing. So I think we're in a really really cool moment where you can cross these genres and cross these borders, and you're playing. Records should be accessible to everybody. You should be able to go as far as you can.
so when you say I'm going to start a new venture
Yeah.
and create a new name and a new project, why don't you do it as Diplo? What's the distinguishing factor for you?
I think each time I'm a creative person where I like to create, when you make a project now, it's not just about putting out music. You have to put out like the whole culture around the project. So with LSD, with Sia, we have this like psychedelic, you've seen
Right.
our videos, and with Maddie. So we have a whole project that feels like a certain thing.
To create a universe
Yeah.
around that project.
And we do Major Lazer was kind of like with the cartoon. It was like more of like a club feeling. And, with Silk City, it's like more of like a straight up house music thing. For me, you have to build the marketing campaign around it and create something around everything. So it's important to distinguish it. And I think with Diplo so far, haven't really done, I'm just kind of DJing like party records. So
Right.
I think this stuff I'm doing with the country records is the first time I'm doing like the Diplo name actually. So I'm trying to I started with Stagecoach and just kind of continuing to do that, to kind of explore how we can do it.
And how do you rotate through all your different kids, if you will, these different projects? Is there a rhyme or reason to it?
Not really. It's kind of like mostly they're collabs. So like when Mark Ronson's working on his album right now. So it's like we finished that thing. So now it's his thing. Whenever Sia decides to come out and hang out with us is when we do LSD, because she's very particular. With Skrillex, we did that 2 years ago. He's working on his album. So it's kind of like it's just between whenever I have the time to kind of find, time to collaborate with people. It's easy.
So cool.
Can you have pets? Do you have pets?
I have 2 chickens. Yeah.
You have 2 chickens. You had 3.
Yeah, I did. I'm glad you knew that, man. That's a really important fact.
I know. I
One of them,
follow you, bro.
yeah. One of them did pass away. So
Aw.
she was great.
So
though.
which are Kelly and Michelle? Who's
Yeah.
left?
No, Kelly. It was Kelly
Kelly
that passed away. It was
okay,
I have
so
Beyonce and Michelle are
Michelle are left.
still
Oh,
left.
it's Destiny's time.
So those
Destiny's chickens. Yeah.
those are pets that you can have while traveling.
Yeah, because they just lay eggs and just poop everywhere, and I don't have to take care of
I
them.
have to tell you, there's nothing better than a really orange yolk.
Yeah.
That
I'll
is
tell you
the-
what, I did the math though. With only 3 eggs, the amount of money I spent on the feed, I'm only saving like. It's costing me extra $4 a week to have eggs.
Right, but these
So I
are
didn't-
eggs.
They're
These
good
are-
eggs. They're
these are
fresh eggs.
Yeah.
Fresh eggs.
But if I had like 10 chickens, I would actually make a profit. I would make like at least $3 a week extra on the amount of money I'm spending on the eggs.
All right, why don't you get a chicken for every group that you have?
I will.
And
That's
then
the
you
new
could have
goal.
a real business.
I could have like a little chicken named Ryan, and
Yeah, think about it. We could create a whole coop universe here.
we could do.
you know?
We could go do a whole chicken farm if you want me. And
I'm
you
down.
could go.
I got fresh herbs at my place, by the
Let's
way.
do it. Let's make some omelets, man.
I've got dill. I've
Nice.
got chive. I've got everything.
this
there.
crew here in the studio, they deserve a good breakfast. We
They
should come.
do.
Me and you
Yes.
should come here and
And
just
we whip it up.
yeah, whip it up.
Do you
Just like
remember?
at the
I will
buffet.
never forget that time. It's probably like 10 years ago. You came and you DJ'd for us in that little performance studio.
Oh, did I?
You
Oh yeah,
did.
I did. It was a
Do you
little.
remember?
I did.
It
I
was
did.
when
It
Julie
was-
Pilot was still here.
It was when I first came to LA. And my
Yes.
guy's like, you gotta do this thing. You gotta DJ in this little room, man. For these
Yeah,
guys.
it
I
was
like,
literally
all right.
just the staff here is like 20 of us,
Yeah.
and you're just having a fun. It was amazing.
Yeah,
It was
you
the
know.
best day ever.
It felt just like Coachella.
I gotta tell you, bro. I mean this. Like we meet a lot of people. You truly are one of the most talented guys, and I mean not guys, but people making music, and it makes it fun for us because this is our job. We get to play this stuff on a regular basis,
Yeah.
and
Thanks.
I love that you're constantly creative and constantly evolving. I really do.
I think that when you're making music and you get people to pay attention to what you're doing, you got to do as much as possible.
But
Because-
you hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, you also. I see you at the gym. I see you at another continent. I see you at a club. I see you at a Vegas venue. I mean, it's like you hustle it.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a chance, I just want to take advantage of every opportunity I have. So it means doing shows.
Do you think you'll ever
means,
burn out on the pace?
maybe not. I think I'm really good at like finding time to deal with it. But I do expect that one day it has to slow down. Like for anybody, like an athlete or a musician, you have to kind of take a break. But you want to work with that in mind. So you want to work like keep
meditate?
going.
What keeps you sort of? You have
I started
demeanor.
meditating, but I'm kind of lazy with that. I just sort of
me
like
too.
wake up and get to work. I mean, doing work makes me feel like I'm alive. Does that sound weird? Like my parents kind of put that in me.
We get it. I listen. I'm always afraid that it's all going to go away, so I say yes to everything.
Yep.
Yeah. I haven't seen you at the gym lately, though. What's going on?
Well, because I'm on an airplane a lot.
Okay.
but you can obviously see the results are here,
I
right?
do. Look at
You're
that.
not saying
great.
like,
You look great.
you're not saying that.
No, I'm saying
right now,
what
right?
are you doing? You still look great.
That's funny.
Great to see you, brother. Thanks for coming
Anytime.
in, and we'll be in touch. All right. See you
Okay.
soon.